Yeah. Yeah. 1 2 check. 1 2. Okay, my speakers ain't too loud, so that might work. Yeah, we doing this. So if you're just tuning into the live broadcast, I got fat pads, MPC live. I got some tools, a little bit of crazy, and all that stuff. But let me make sure this video is monetized because what happens is when I use this Streamlabs, it doesn't even monetize it. What's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen? I don't have no more MPC. That's what the. Hey man, you broke your MPC, man. You did that, man. You know, I gotta shrug my shoulders at you now because you broke your MPC. How do you know I got this? What track record do I have that would prove prove to me you are my son? No, I ain't about to have my phone in the shot because you know what happens? People be wanting to call while I'm live streaming. They know I'm live streaming, but I'm gonna call them anyway. Yep. I'm gonna take my time with this. I'm gonna take my time with this because I still need this for gigs. I'm doing live gigs now, so I need this. So I'm gonna pull up the YouTube video that shows me how to do this. I do this at my own risk. I don't think I got a warranty for this, so I'm pretty on my own. But I'm gonna turn this into Anita Max Win. Anita Max Win. This is my alter ego. Anita Max Win. Anita Max Win. Oh, the gear in the back looks like I know. This is where we at. This is what we doing. Anita Max Win. You know, I'm tired from work too, and that's the thing. You ever work all day and you're like tired, you're ready to go to sleep, and then as soon as you get home, you're like an Energizer bunny. Has any of you ever been through that? I know I have. Anita Max Win. Fat pads. I think it'll work. I still got an MPC 1 if that doesn't work out. MPC Live 2 pad. Thick pad. And these things are thick, man. These are pretty thick. So what you're hearing is the YouTube video. These are pretty doggone thick. Look at them. So this is what it looks like ahead of time. So if I hit the button, this is what it looks like right now. What's up, Locus? Hong Kong. Ni hao. Ni hao.
Professional installation is recommended. Any questions, please email. Suited pulling out little ribbons and things like that inside the unit. It's not 100% needed, but you're going to want taking apart the MPC Live is the different type of screws that you take out. As we discussed before, with this Torx, you're going to find those here, 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 and here.
You got to protect the cuticles. You do? Are you sure? These are dangerous.
Now we have those 4 out. They're here and there. We're going to go on to the here and here.
So, you know what? I'm going to put the screen on too. Let me see if I can put the screen on. The screen. Display capture. Yeah, there we go. So y'all can see it too. Y'all want to see the screen too? If it'll let me like change the size. Okay, I don't want to change that. I don't want to change that. Can I lock that? Let's up answer. These pads are thick. They are super thick. Super thick, yeah. And I'm not trying to do this for longer for an hour, so it's like, because I'm tired. I'm tired. Well, I don't understand. It's why can't I adjust this picture, though? So I just wanted y'all to be able to see the video that I'm seeing. But that's crazy. It won't let me change the size of the video. I'm trying to set up a layout so you guys can see it. You have to charge your phone. Oh, okay. This is a slow motion. This is a. You know what? And I gotta get something too. No, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Golly. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to show the screen because it's not even letting me adjust it, which is kind of whack. That's kind of whack, but that's okay. Y'all just gonna have to live without it. Before I do this, I'm gonna see. Before I do this, yeah, just take it out. I'm gonna get some. Yeah, it's gonna take 5 hours. Of course it will. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to put the screws in. So the funny thing about this is, when I first started my first weight loss journey, I made these egg muffins, and they were great. And I used these to make them with. I wonder why I stopped. So that's my screw jar. So let's look and see what I gotta do first. I'm just gonna do it step by step.
So you're not just pulling on them. One of the main things you're going to want to know when you're taking apart the MPC Live is the different type of screws that you take out. As we discussed before with this Torx, you're going to find those here, 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 and here.
Torx. So what is that? What is that? Wait,
Now
slow
we have
down.
those 4 out. Just pulling on them. One of the main things you're going to want to know when you're taking apart the MPC Live is the different type of screws that you take out. As we discussed before with this Torx, you're going to find those here, 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 and here.
Torx. Okay. Ah, I see. Torx. Okay. I hope I got it. If I don't, I'm screwed. If I don't have it, I'm screwed. So I made these egg muffins. So I would mix egg and meats into these and turn these into my meal prep. I lost weight that way. I probably should be doing that again. T8. Let's see if this is a Torx screw. Yeah, that fits in there perfect like a glove. Some what? The heck you talking about? Hey, this is going to be a slow live stream. I know I don't got no background music because I got to listen to the video. So Torx is here. So that's going to go right there. What do you need to get? What are you going to cook, Anna? Bro, buy some. He's about to buy some booty off Liz Crawler. Dang, go ahead, man. Live your life. Okay. I can see why I want to use my tools, though. So y'all have to help me keep track. So these are Torx screws, T8s. I got T8s. I made it. This is not a very sexy thing. I'm a little intimidated. No. Yeah, I'm the tech guy. You the super producer, dog. After I put this in, man, you ain't gonna be no super producer no more, man. With these, hey B, when these go in, you ain't gonna be no super producer no more because you ain't doing it for real, man. Your MPC ain't gonna sound right, man. Your MPC ain't gonna bang, man. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work for you, dog. That's how they be talking. Okay, let's see what else next.
Now we have those 4 out. They're here and there. We're gonna go on to the next step, taking the rest of the screws out. Next group is
I want to see your favorite YouTuber producer y'all be watching. Yeah, I'm changing the converters out, Keith. I'm changing them out. I want to see your favorite YouTuber do this. Cause y'all subscribe them, then I come over here doing this. Oh, man, that's Delio, man.
Take out that
I'm
are
just
going to be
joking.
different are these four right here. You'll see they have a little smaller top on them. So that's the next thing we're going to do to get these 4 screws out. I'm going to go ahead and use our
4. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm changing out. I'm changing out the pads. So ooh. 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 How much you think a job like this would cost? Put it in the chat. Yeah, you know what? I had to change my converters, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put some memory in here too.
power.
We gonna take it from 2 gigs to 16 gigs. Hey, that's how you used to do those older MPCs. You could put RAM in them.
You'll also notice that these screws have a tighter.
And that's why I got this here. 250.
Right there. And these ones are actually
500.
going into some of the metal at the bottom, and that's why it's a little different.
Okay.
We got those 4 out, and then we're going to take. We don't really need to take these pieces out, but we always do so we can get underneath. These are the ones that will go around the hard drive.
Okay, let's do the hard drive. Hey man, them dudes be taxing, man. You joking? And I understand. I'm not opposed to it. I would just suggest, get you a skill set of fixing your stuff. But I know that stuff costs money. Unless you're a super producer and you just paid. Unless you're a super producer, man, like, you can pay somebody to do it. Like, if you're a super producer like K Boogie, man, it's like, man, I'm paid, dog. I don't gotta do that no more. I don't gotta fix my MPC no more, man. I pay people to do that, man. What you want, dude? You still fix your stuff? Man, you broke, dog. You broke. Man, go get you a placement first, then talk, man. You ain't got no money for your placement yet. You got to fix your own MPC, Delio. What's wrong with you, man? Ooh, this thing is committed. I can feel how. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. 500 12 gigabyte solid state up in this bad boy. Yeah, you K Boogie, man. K Boogie was like, dude, you gotta fix your own MPC, man. What's wrong with you, dog? See, this ribbon is tight. This ain't gonna go in the same way it came out. I could tell you that right now. The way I just pulled that out like that is not going back in like that. Lifetime warranty, right?
If you have a hard drive in here, currently there's no hard drive in this unit, so these are also 4 different screws. So we're gonna put those in a different.
Dang, how many different screws I need to take off this thing?
Trays. That works out well, so you can put everything in a different one. We have here that's magnetic. That kind of keeps.
I ain't got no magnetic screw jar.
So we're gonna take this off. Now the ones that we have left, these are all.
See, how come he got so much slack on his cable?
So now that we remember this, we're gonna take these screws out.
Okay, these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Okay. Dang, there's 2 right. Why does his? Oh, his is looking this way. Okay. I was about to say. So this one. See, he's changing stuff in the video. Well, I need more slack, or else I'm gonna get that back up in there. I don't even know how that got like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here goes nothing. Yeah, dog, you gotta do this yourself, man. You ain't got nobody to pay. You ain't got no budget. What's your budget, dog? How you gonna make it in the industry if you ain't got nobody to pay to modify your MPC, man? If your MPC the original color, you ain't a real producer, man. I hate to break it to you, man, but if your MPC the original color, you ain't gonna make it. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make it, dog. These are the main screws. I'm a little scared about this one right here, though. Anybody in the chat work on cars? What's up, listen? Anybody in the chat work on cars? All right. What's next? Okay. So if you understand how to work on cars, you can understand that you don't really want to over torque things, right? You want them snug, but you don't want to over torque, right?
Screws out of the bottom portion. We're gonna go. There's one more right here on the back side that we're gonna take out.
That's one on the back side. Right here. Oh, you do a battery? Okay. I may have to get another one of my egg molds here. These are good in the oven. I think if I clean these up real good, I can cook with them again. Okay. What else do you say, dude?
Be the same size as the other ones that we took out at the bottom that were just what I would consider the normal screw, so the fourth type of screw that we took out. And then you have around here, these should usually be okay to come off with your fingertips. If they're too tight, you might have to use pliers to get them.
All right, so those come off. So basically, these right here come. Oh, yeah, hand tight. Well, let me take this out. Might need this. 2, 3. Okay, so that needs to come out. You don't got prop to. What do you mean this looks effortless? This is not. This is a very involved process. This is a very involved process. It's very involved. It's very important. You know what though? I mean, you know the funny thing. I ordered these and these got delayed, man. And these pads are not expensive. They charge a lot of money for this little piece of plastic. I ain't gonna front. They are making probably a great amount of profit off of this. They got me hot what they making off of this, man. I'm happy these are like finger tight because I would have been hot if I had to like put a ratchet on this thing. Of course you would. I'm gonna do is watch a tutorial. See, this is my full cell kicking in, but y'all don't want to hear about that. Full cell, well, back in high school, I was exposed to mechanical engineering, so we built circuits. But in full cell, we actually learned how to build our own analog circuits. So if I found like an analog circuit kit, I probably could build it. Probably because I know how to read instructions or something like that. So this case doesn't go up. It has to come out because of these bolts here, right? Let me catch my breath. Sometimes I don't breathe like how I should.
Loose, but we're going to take all these outs off here.
Man, I was doing this before they came out with Adreno boards.
Now to make it easier, we're going to pull these two knobs off here on the back. It's going to make it easier for us.
Oh, shoot. You can pull those knobs off? Okay. Dang, they come right off. I'm about to go get another thing. Let me go get that real quick. You can pay people if you got money to pay people. I don't. All right, let's see. What does it say do next?
Off here, and that's going to give us a little access now to move this forward to get this bottom plate off. You'll see in this corner it might be a little bit of a bigger problem, but you're going to get it up and then pull out this way. Don't pull up.
Now, one thing I was wondering, oh, yeah, she's following instructions. I like it when she follows instructions. There she goes. Oh, breathe. Yeah, and that's the bottom panel. And, oh, don't just yank it off. We got a ground clip right here. Ground clip. Let's see what he's talking about with that.
Up all the way, because you're going to note there's other things underneath that are still attached. So we're going to just pull it off like that. We're going to turn it around. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like under here. As you can see, like I said, on the back here, there's this ground strap that comes right here. It's got a connector right below this one. You don't have to totally get it out of the way if you didn't want to, because you just push it aside the whole time. But I prefer just to undo it because it's just a little clip right here, and then we'll put this panel aside.
All right, it's completely separate.
Now that you have it open, you're going to want to be very careful. Here's the battery. So any of this power,
that's the battery right there.
In a way, live, since that battery's in there. Again, we're not responsible if you do anything inside this thing.
Of course not. Wow, that thing was really in there, really good.
So
there should be some more slack there,
with this type of thing,
dang, it's not.
And go ahead and send it off to somebody professional.
Send it off to somebody professional.
Bottom plate off. The most important thing to start with first is this connector right here. This connector is actually leading from the battery, giving it the power, so we want to be most careful when we're pulling that connector out. What we always use is a pick. Just be very careful not to touch anything other than the bottom of the plastic of the connector, and we can get this out.
Okay, let's stop right there. So there's this little spatula thingy I got. It's supposed to make this, there we go. And I'm going to put that on there. Oh, you YouTubed it down. That will be 4 days and nights. Oh, wow. No, ain't no thing. No, ain't no thing. I know one thing, though. This has to come out. If this doesn't come out, then I'm stuck. You ever work on a car and you get to something really difficult and it's like, okay, this is stuck. Do what I tell you to do. Mm-hmm. Oh, you gonna do it. You gonna do it. You will. That's crazy. I think there's a better way to do that, taking it out like that. But he's saying do that to kill the power. But I think that's a better way. But I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to listen to him. Mm-hmm. You ever talk to your car and you're working on it, fellas? Ladies, too, if you work in your car. I be talking some mad stuff when I work on my car. It's just me alone on that driveway, and I be talking some stuff. Well, you're going to follow instructions. You're going to do this. So what I'm doing is trying to remove this clip here. Without. I think there's a better way to get to that so you can have more leverage to do that safer. Or maybe I'm not applying enough force. Because the problem is if I apply too much force, I feel like I could damage that. And I don't want to damage that. This is electronics. Yeah. There's like no leverage. There's like no leverage there.
I don't have two hands in this thing with the video to be able to show you. But basically, we just need to push this connector down so we can get it out and be very careful not to touch anything on the board.
Okay, so let me see you
Right.
do that. You
So now
didn't.
that
He
we have
didn't
that
do
on this,
that though. I'm concerned about how he has so much slack on his with this part versus what I have on my part. I don't know how the heck I got people watching this. This is not a very sexy video. And actually, this is the most important part of the board because this is like the main motherboard. So that right there is a pretty doggone serious part. Oh, there you go. There you go, sweetheart. Boom. So this is like the main power supply. There has to be a better way to put that back in because taking it out like that is not sexy at all. Breathe.
over here, we're going to go ahead and work on getting the rest of this out. The pads are in this area right here, so the only thing we have to do is we have to get off some of this stuff in this area so we can get at this. So we're going to kind of start with that. The good thing is we don't have to pull the battery or anything like that, but we're going to start over here.
God.
The first thing I'm going to tell you to note, because it's very hard to see, is this little wire right here. At some point it's probably going to come out, so I would just suggest taking it off first. The way this just pulls down and comes out. It's got a little connector. This is actually, I think, the Bluetooth antenna.
Wait now.
And comes out. I would just suggest taking it off first.
Oh.
This just pulls down and comes out.
I
It's got a
feel
little
you.
connector.
I got you.
This is actually, I think, the Bluetooth antenna here.
So what is
And that's going to pull off there. Once you pull that out, then we're going to start working on getting these boards out so we can get everything out.
Thank you, Simply Jackson.
Usually
You're very
I go
kind.
for here, the first, to try to just get this
It's past
shroud
your
out, just to
bedtime
get out of
over
my
there in
way so I
London.
can see everything. You'll see right here, there's a silver screw, and you're going to see most of these screws inside here are already going to be the same silver type. So that's going to be a fifth screw style that we're going to use, and we're going to remember
All
that
right,
they
we're
go
gonna roll
back
with that.
inside here. One thing I do suggest is after you finish things, you'll watch the video, and we'll kind of talk about each screw, and you'll know where they go when you go back and watch the video.
Like I said, you ain't no real producer, man, till you
Now that we
get this
got that
done on your
shroud out, we just
MPC,
pull that
though.
one screw out, so that's pretty simple. That's also
Okay, so let's remove the shroud. This, you know how you're working on the engine block, and you got to remove the cowl first before you can get to the ignition coils and spark plugs. Like, you know how these modern engines have that big old plastic. It has like the brand of the engine on it, and it's like this big old piece of plastic over the actual engine. Anybody know what I'm talking about, or I'm just talking to myself? Let me know. Okay, so what did he say now?
All right, now that we got that shroud out, and you'll know where they go when you
But
go.
see, look at this though. This is wait. Does that just go straight out? I guess it does. Okay. So the shroud, come out of there. There's your shroud. But see, this is what got me hot right here. Look at this. There's no slack whatsoever for this power line going to there. There's like no slack at all. I do not appreciate that. Let me just get a little. There is no slack right there at all. No slack. Can I zoom in? Let's zoom in. Y'all want to see this? Let's zoom in. I'm going to adjust the camera to see if I can make it a little bit brighter. So you can see what's going on. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. Brighter day, brighter day. Let's see camera. Let's see if I can boost the. Oh, come on. There we go. Is that any better? Wait a minute. That might make things a little more blurrier though, because of the iris of the camera being too closed. Yeah, that exposure. What happens when you increase the iris size, the f-stop, you ruin your focus. So maybe if I, give you some gain. Yeah, there we go. What? That's good. That means she hasn't. Okay, Lucas. All right. It's yeah, but I mean, look at this. Like his video, like this cable is free to do whatever it was, but this power line is very short. This connects to your SATA drive, and you need a data line and a power line, and it's just so like You have no room to play. All right, let's see what's next. I've removed the shroud. What's
Go
next?
back and watch the video backwards. All right, now that
I
we
didn't
get
think I
that
was going to
shroud
do
out,
this
we just
tonight.
pulled that one screw out, so that's pretty simple. That's also holding into here. You'll see that we have the screws holding this in. First thing, we're going to have to pull this little area out here. So I prefer just to pull this here, which these things just each side, be very careful that you go slowly.
Jesus Christ.
Clips, just pull ever so slightly on each side, which will open up and allow this to be pulled out. Once that's out, that'll just give us some access later when we pull this part out right here.
Jesus Christ.
This part's
I
only
need
being
that,
held in by a little bit because this backside is
Okay.
only held in by the
Tell me how to do that again.
backwards. Screws holding this in. First thing, we're going to have to pull this little area out here. So I prefer just to pull this here, which these things just each side, be very careful that you go slowly. Clips, just pull ever so slightly on each side, which will open up and allow this to be pulled out.
Let me watch this again because this is like a very, very, I don't know. That's one to brag about right there, but okay.
Be very careful that you go slowly. Clips, just pull ever so slightly on each side, which will open up and allow this to be pulled out.
Just give me a second. I gotta really look at this because his fingers are covering how that comes open. There we go. Got it. I had to take my glasses off for that one. That's a very delicate ribbon. You ever modified a PlayStation before? Yeah, I've. Yeah. Anyway, OG PlayStation. Yeah, we putting in. We gonna put in like a terabyte of RAM. Jesus name. Oh, Jesus. This right here, do not F around and find out what this.
Once that's out, that'll just give us some access later when we pull this part out right here. This part's only being held in by a little bit because this backside is only held in by the backside. So we're going to go ahead here, pull these.
Two.
And that will give us access to move this out of the way. We're just trying to get to this portion right here. So as you
Okay, so 1 and 2. Y'all doing all right? Okay, some people left. They didn't got bored. I see. Ain't that how people do that? Like, you do you, man. 2 gigabyte. What is this? Do you see this? What is that? What is that? I'm not going to change it, but I think this is important to note in case anybody's watching this video. So you can't see this label, but it says 10.2 gigabytes. I'm not going to mess with that, but that looks like a memory card. That looks like a mini memory card. What is that? I'm not gonna mess with it though. That might be operating system. Um, but don't that like a SD card right there? But it reads 10.2 gigabytes. I'm not gonna mess with it because the video didn't even show we messing with it. But I just thought I'd document that because I think it's important. I tell you, doing a PlayStation was like everything, man. If you did your PlayStation, you felt like you was like really doing something. Okay, so this is all coming out now. Let's zoom back out. But I just thought I'd show that. Dang, that's a short cable. I am not happy about that cable being that short. I really took apart my MPC. I mean, I really did that. Okay, let's see.
As you can see, once we do this, we're going to want to get this out of the way. It's also loose and it's okay to pull out. We just have these 2 screws here. So that's what we're also going to do is pull the 2 screws here. We're just going to head here, pull these, and then that will give us access to move this out of the way. We're just trying to get to this portion right here. So as you can see, once we do this, we're going to want to get this out of the way. It's also loose and it's okay to pull out. We just have these 2 screws here. So that's what we're also going to do is pull the 2 screws here.
2 screws here. Copy that. Two screws. Check. What y'all thought I just made beats?
Once we have those 2 screws out, that'll allow us to move this PCB just enough to get it out of the way. I'm sorry, you need to pull these as well, is what I would suggest. I forgot. They can be kept in there. I've done it before, but you want to get them out.
So we got this.
The blue side's going to be up. So we're going to pull these 2 connectors just like we did that other one.
Okay, stand
that
by.
That way it can be pushed out of the way.
Okay. Jesus' name. Jesus' name. Yeah, I read you. Okay. All right. Yeah, that RAM ain't going nowhere.
Once it's out of the way, it'll allow us access here. But that way we don't have to unhook everything. If you want to move it around, you can. And again, same type of thing. When you watch the videos backwards, you'll be able to see basically.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Touch. This gives us access now to get this part out of the way. What I would suggest here is keeping these things in the same area they kind of belong in. That way nothing moves. There's also another pin here that we can...
Okay.
Can pull out. That way we can move this kind of out of the way here. This is the most expensive board. Be the most careful with it. I'm going to push that over here, and that's going to give us access here to move some of this stuff around. This is just secured here like this, and that's now going to put us in the range to get at these pad sensors
like
here.
Golly. What are we talking about?
Okay, once you have that out, you're going to see that these have a smaller head on them, and these are the ones that we're using the smaller screwdriver that we used to, we prefer to just use a smaller screwdriver without power. You're going to see in this little corner, there is a brace. Make sure that you look at that brace and see the way it's oriented before and when you look at the video back, when you put it back together, because that's going to be important. but it's something you might not pay much attention to
This is
at the
delicate.
time. So when you pull that off, just make sure you keep that brace along with this same screw. That way you know. This is going to be another type of screw, so these are going to be the smaller ones that are silver. So we're going to put these in another area by themselves as well with that bracket. So we're going to get the rest of these out. So we're going to put these in another area by themselves as well with that bracket.
I'm glad I'm recording this.
So we're going to get the rest of these out.
Okay, I see 4 screws. Let me see what he's saying.
And you pull that on, and these are the ones that we. This is the most expensive board. Be
Golly.
careful with
This is the brain. This is the
Push
brain.
that over here, and that's going to give us access here to move some of this stuff around. This is just secured here like this, and that's now going to put us in the range to get at these pad sensors here. Okay, once you have that out, you're going to see that these have a smaller head on them, and these are the ones that we're using the smaller screwdriver that we used to. We prefer to just use a smaller screwdriver without power. You're going to see in this little corner there is a brace. Make sure that you look at that brace and see the way it's oriented before and when you look at the video back, when you put it back together, because that's going to be important. That we're using the smaller screwdriver that we used to. We prefer to just use a smaller screwdriver without
Y'all
power.
still with me?
You're going to see in this little corner there is a brace.
Yeah, we almost there.
Make sure
You
that
rolling with
look
me,
at that
Nehemiah.
brace
We
and
almost
see the
there.
way- and that's now
You can
in
tell.
the range to get at these pad sensors here. Okay, once you have that out, you're going to see that these have a smaller head on them, and these are the ones that we're using the smaller screwdriver that we used to. We prefer to just use a smaller screwdriver without power. You're going to see in this little corner there is a brace. Make sure that you look at that brace and see the way it's oriented before and when you look at the video back, when you put it back together, because that's going to be important. But it's something you might not pay much attention to at the time. So when you pull that off, just make sure you keep that brace along with this same screw. That way you know. This is going to be another type of screw, so these are going to be the smaller ones that are silver. So we're going to put these in another area by themselves as well with that bracket.
Brace. So just, yeah, I see what he's talking about. Okay.
So we're going to get the rest of these out.
Let me see what else he's getting out of there.
So we're going to get the rest of these out. The one thing that I would suggest now is getting out the rest of these that are along here on the inside that are holding this plate in. You'll be able to see them, each of them, and they'll be holding this plate. So we're going to get that plate off so we can get to the part underneath so we can go out and change the pads. Okay, now that we have all the screws undone all around the outside and the mid pads. Okay, we're going to get that plate in. You'll be able to see them, each of them, and they'll be holding this plate.
Okay, so I'm going to go after the ones at the plate. You said keep going? I'm going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Huh? We're going to keep going, y'all. And I got an empty container for them, too. Ooh, and they are magnetic. That's a blessing. Y'all hear me saying certain parts, Jesus' name. I do that while I work on my car too. I'm like, Jesus' name. That's different too. Golly, that's different. Okay, I'm gonna put you up here for the record because you are different. Wait a minute. Nope, I got a place for you. For I have prepared a place for you. Oh, glory. I told the screws, I have prepared a place for you. I was watching Michael Todd earlier today. Yeah, there we go. Come on. And I'm glad I got all this on tape. So if I mess up anything, I could say, okay, this is where I messed up at. But I could see why he says do this part with your hand. And, you know, you got to be that way, especially if you got screws going into your engine block in your car. You don't want to use an electric ratchet for there because it will probably strip your block. And, you know, if a bolt gets stripped in your block, you basically done and over with. So you don't necessarily want to, you know, do that. Dang, there's one in the middle too. You see, I'm using a towel to. I mean, what other MPC influencer are you watching doing this? I'll wait. I want to issue a Modger MPC challenge to all famous, very established MPC content creators. No, they're supposed to be great. So I see this is a bracket here, and this is a bracket here. So I'm gonna keep the screw in here for that, because I want that to go right back where I found it. I mean, this all goes hand in hand. Working on cars, when I used to drift RC cars, same thing. And then real cars, same thing. So this is very delicate, so we want to mind that right there. That's a ribbon cable.
So we're going to get that plate off so we can get to the part underneath so we can go out and change the pads. Okay. Now that we have all the screws undone all around the outside and middle here, we try to keep them in the little areas and just be careful when we pull them up.
Well, he didn't even take them off of there.
Area that they're in.
I can respect
that.
It
just makes it a lot easier to know where the screw goes when you put it back. And just put that aside. That way you can just put it back that way. Just be careful not to knock it over. Then the last step for us to access the pads here, you're going to see.
So this comes out. Ooh. I don't know what to do with it. And y'all ever seen that video where the guy was sitting at the keyboard and the pastor said, you go ahead and you take it. And then the keyboardist says, I don't know what to do with it.
See, you have this one, and this one. So we're going to pull these 3 screws out here, and that's going to finally give us access to our pads.
You said 3. Wait, I see more screws. Wait, slow down. What'd you say now?
All right, now we have them out, and we're not to knock any of that over. Then the last step for us to access the pads here, you're going to see you have this one, and this one. So we're going to pull these 3 screws out here.
Well, then what's this one? He says pull this one, and this one, okay? He says pull this one, and this one. And then you're going to have access to the pads. But my question is, what's this one? Right? So I'm going to follow his instructions first and remove these screws. I'm going to use this bottle cap for that. And then if I get access to the pads, I'm going to leave this alone. But if I don't, I know that one got to come out too. Jesus' name. Oh, I'm going to leave that there. He said these 3. Thank you for the encouragement. Be encouraged no matter what's going on. And make it all right. Sorry, I'm singing. No, I apologize for that. But you gotta be strong. He said, then you'll have access to the past. But look at that. See, it will just easily come out. So there's this bolt here. So he missed the bolt. That's why you gotta be mechanically inclined and use your eyes and see what's going on, because that's the only thing that's left. But also have to be aware that this mechanical stuff right here is still attached. He may say I need to unattach that. Okay. Talk to me. How you feel about that? Yeah, you roll with me on that. Okay. Boom. Don't drink and work on your equipment.
And that's going to finally give us access to our pads. All right, now we have them out, and we're just going to keep these two here so we can just tilt this way. And we're going to see our pad sensors here. If you need to replace the pad sensors, they're here. And as you can see, the dull side of the pad sensors goes this way. The shiny side goes towards
dull
the pads.
Go
Remember that
up.
when you're putting them back together as well. What I would suggest is just keeping the pad sensor kind of like this here. That way you don't worry about changing it to the other side, and then just accessing the pads just like this. Pull up the pads, and then grab your new pads and place them down. Now we place our pad.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Before I do that, let me observe this. Okay, let's make some visual notes here. Hey, how you doing? So we can see that there's a wider indentation here. These are pretty much on the same length on these sides. Okay, that's too far in. There's short indentions over here, wide. Just doing mental checks. Shh. Come on out of there. It's time for you to go. You filthy animal. Okay. Shh. Shh. Look at that. Shh. So, ooh. Okay. So these are pretty thick too. They're not that, okay. So what I'm going to do at this point is almost Sharpie and just kind of make a little marker on these, because this will kind of signify what's up. So let me just get a Sharpie real quick. I like to do little stuff like that. So I'm just going to document like a little up arrow. And that's just in case I got to put them back. Yeah, just like that. Okay. All right, so these pads are now away from the MPC. We got a fresh new anointing. Don't. Don't do that. Don't break them. Don't do that. Don't get too excited, Delio. Okay, so one thing I've noticed is that, so look at that. There's a few differences. So I noticed that there's a line pattern, so I want to make this pattern match that, this little upward line there. And then also, see how that's wider there? These are not wider here at that part. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. We'll see. Let's see how fat. See, there is a difference. There is a difference. So, wow, look at that. That's a big difference. That's the fat pad. This is the original. So now this is gone. We're going to go in with this fresh anointing. Just going, boom, go like that. Shoo. Shoo. Ooh. Shoo. Okay. And then now they're fatter, so they can't rest on there. So I got to put something right here to kind of let it rest a little bit. Let me see what oh, this will work. It's probably going to put more pressure on my hard case, though, but that's all right. There we go. Come on. Why are you still pushing it? Oh, the towel. The towel's not helping. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they said shiny side goes to the top. So this is the shiny side right here. So we're just going to do that just like that. You know what my jack stands are? And definitely not in here. Okay. This is very important. Shoo. 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 Okay. Great. So now I'm going to restore these paths. I remember there were 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me see what the video says.
Make sure all these lines holes line up here. See, some
Thanks,
are a little
Eric.
taller, like the center one, just to make sure it all goes there. And then if you want, you're going to want to look on the other side just to make sure all the pads are coming through properly. Now that you've done this, we're going to put our pad sensor down.
Wow.
Which you'll notice will kind of go in the same situation that it was before. There's a little center
Clear, fat MPC pads. We're going to turn it into a machine.
Move it around a little bit to make sure that the notches are set fine. And then we're going to go ahead and put this top piece back on. You're not going to want to set it back down because if you do, the pads are going to keep pressing this PCB board up.
That's right.
So once you have the board up, I suggest then taking one of your screws that you just took out to put right here. That way it puts the pad back in. So if you want, you can push it back down without the board popping back up.
Mm-hmm.
So like this.
I see what you're saying.
Put the board back on. That way we can push it back down if we need to, and we can still do the other 2 here.
Yep. I'm going to do like a car tire.
All right, so now we have
Oh,
these
really?
2 in. We're going to go ahead and get the
You done a
other
bunch
2
of
that
them?
are top here before we put that.
So I'm zigzagging like a car tire. You know how you go like diagonal? You don't go in a circle on a car tire, you go diagonal. You guys know about that? You a tech also? I feel you. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, them YouTubers ain't all techs though. Okay. So we got the 4 screws back in, hand tight. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I feel like something to me right now.
Pad portion back on the top. Put this here.
Yeah, we gonna put a LS in this thing.
Remember, these are the smaller screws of the silver ones.
Yep.
That go into this PCB here.
That's back.
It's going to go just like that. All right, so now we have those in, and we're going to go to the next step, which will be putting this, which we kind of kept our screws in here, back. Note that when you put this through, this is going to go just like.
Yeah. Okay. That's twin turbo LS like Cletus McFarlane, right? And there's only one way this can go in, which is like this, because the ribbon has to go through there. So. Like butter. Okay. Don't come out of there. So we're going to do these two right here.
Like this.
The ribbon's going through there
Make
properly.
sure you be careful not to put it on top of this wire here, because that's going to need to go around. So now you're just going to get that situated in that area, and then put your screws all back in this sensor pad.
Okay. Whatever those were. They were silver, though. How many was that, though? That was a bunch of them. On a work night, God, 200. I don't know. They work. They still work. I just wanted to do something. They work fine.
Here. All right, now to verify, we have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one all put in, and then we're going to choose the last.
One. Help me count to 8. This is number 1. Number 2. 200. 2. 3. 3 out of 8. I was scared. I'm not going to lie to you. I was scared. 3. We're going to do this like a car tire and zigzag. Get in there. There you go. Mm-hmm. 4. Do not get caught up in where I don't want you to go. There we go. 4. I'm glad I had these technology screwdrivers with me. That's a big blessing. That's 4. 5. What's that? Come on. 6. Yeah, you gotta have good tools. That's a big thing. 6. The hardcore people are still here. 7. I have enough screws. Wait, now. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. This thing feels different already. Just from the pads alone, they feel very, very different. We didn't infiltrate it. Now we're just trying to escape. We're trying to escape now. We've infiltrated. I need to take this MPC to the body shop, put some candy paint on it. Get it candy painted. Wait, I did that one. Yeah. All right, one more. Put in clear fat pads. Clear fat pads. Okay, so that's all of those. I'm just doing a final torque check. Make sure there's confidence there. It's needed. Okay. Cadillac candy paint, dog. Okay, what do you say do next?
One on here in the middle, and then we're going to go to our next step. Now that we have this part secure, we're going to hit these two here.
You probably can do it if you want to.
Here and here are going to be the other two small silver screws that we have. So
small silver screws. I remember you. You're going to go right here. Fog lights. I'm going to put a sound system in here. You feel me? Yeah, let's put a sound system in this thing. That would be lit. Okay, I need you to do what I need you to do now. Go back over there. Not as painful as I thought it would be. I was a little weary of the ribbon cables. Jack that thing up, right? We definitely don't want it to blow up. You say that kind of blowing up. I don't know, man. They've been making us wait on these stem stuff. They're like, yeah, we got stems. Get ready for stems. And then what happened? No stems. It's still just 4 days in March, though.
we're going to go ahead and put those screws in.
I know, real. I took it apart.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we have this part back in. So now we're going to go around and we're going to take our wires, kind of put them back into the area, and get the rest of our boards back into place. All right, so we're going to get these back into their area. This one's kind of taped around here. Sorry, it's taped a little bit further. I'm going to get these moving around here so we can go ahead and put these boards back in. This is going to go more around the corner here. Apologize. But once we get this over, you'll get the idea of where this needs to go. Just make sure this one's on the outside because this is going to go on the top and go up underneath this board. So now I'm going to show you the next step. All right, this might be a little tricky sometimes to get this thing back into place here, but you're going to notice obviously these two holes, you're going to line up right here and here, or where it's going to go into the board. This is going to be kind of a hard part.
Yeah, machine's
It has to
cool.
come up underneath to get over here because when we put this board back over here,
Okay. I gotta focus. Give me a second. There we go.
we're going to see that this is going to line up here. So we're going to want to kind of keep that in that area like this, and remember this one's going to go up here with the blue side up, and kind of make sure this isn't tangled underneath here as well. And this one also is going to go with its blue side up. Just make sure that none of these other cables came out when you were working on it. And then this is going to go in here. So first things, we're going to get this solidified here. We also want to make sure, just like we were talking about before, nothing's up underneath this like it actually is.
Now, I mean, I'll be real with you. Native makes some pretty nice looking equipment. I'm just not pleased with their software. If I could voice my opinion on it, I'm just not pleased with their software.
So we're going to get this out from underneath. That way, when we're ready, we can plug these back in. So now that we have this in the right spot,
Yeah, I put mine in. It's in plastic. It's wrapped up.
we're going to go ahead and check to make sure everything else in the bottom is done. One thing that I just noticed that we did not is the last one here. This is the final
Oh, he
one.
forgot that one. See, I didn't forget that one.
Has a little step to it. So remember, this is the one, and we're going to put it in the same way that it was in there before. And then we're going to go on to the next step. All right. That little screw that we missed in the corner here with this.
Yeah, I remember
it's only
that
gonna go
bracket.
in one
I'm
way.
surprised he forgot that.
Keep in mind that that one is, as you can see, this one's going to be one of the silver type. So you're going to put this one in right here. It's going to have one of the silver tops. It's going to be in a separate area. You should have saved at the beginning with two other screws that are similar. You're going to notice that the other two that are silver as well in this area, you're going to mess with too. These are the ones that are going to be right here and there. So after you get that done, you should be good to go with that.
I guess it just rests
Situated in the right area.
Okay.
So we can put this on.
I do. Okay.
There we go. And you'll notice this part right here, it just gives you a little bit, but that's fine because that's going to push itself into place. So now we're going to put the two screws in here that are going to be two silver screws.
Two silver
That
screws.
we have left.
I don't know if those are two short ones or two long ones, though. Golly. I got more than that
We'll
left.
go ahead and do those next. Put the two screws in here. They're going to be silver ones. Hold this board down.
Don't you hate that?
So now that we have those two in, we're going to go up to here. And this
Did
might
some
be
more
easier
silver
to put
screws
these
there.
things in first.
Well, they are not the same depth. So I'm going to just say that the shorter ones are going here. And if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Wow. Jeez, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, crap. I got to put the Bluetooth back in. Dang. Hold on. We ain't ready to go that far just yet. Not just yet, because I know that Bluetooth clip, I can't get in there if I don't know where it's going to go. Or grounding wire, whatever that is. Wait a minute. No. Well, he ain't say nothing about that. So hold on. Let me see what he's talking about.
Before affixing the board. So that's what I would suggest. They just go in just like they came out, and then you push these forward. Same goes for this one here. Remember, this one's going to seem awkward because it does have a bend in it. Kind of get it the right way underneath here. And that's going to go in here. Solidify that here. That one in. And then the last one's going to go like that. So we have them all in. Make sure they're in properly. Now that they're in, you'll see this kind of slide over to here. Make sure if you took any of the other ones out, that they're all connected. And so now you'll see these are sitting flat. This is going to be the last one, but we're going to put these two in first because that one's going to have the shroud around it. So we're going to go ahead and put these two here, but are also going to be the silver.
I mean, I'm not a fan of how delicate that is, but I mean, it's cool. I'm not a fan of how delicate that is. What's up, some? How are you doing? Some HTK. All right, let's break this down right here. All right, so yeah, man. You see it. You see what I'm doing. You see it. some HTK in the building, y'all. Show him some love. He's been grinding big time on the YouTube platform. Power to him and all his endeavors. And be encouraged. Okay. So I'm just looking back a little bit.
So we're going to go ahead and let they're all in. And then the last one's going to go like that.
So we're going to do these ribbons real quick. Ooh, I don't like how you... Ooh, I don't like that. That's okay. Yeah. Get where you're supposed to go. Reel the machine. I saw you take a picture of that reel to reel, man. What you doing, man? How many tracks is that thing? I saw a picture. What you doing over there? Something. What you doing? I was joking with someone. I said, man, if your pads ain't clear on your MPC, man, you ain't a real producer, dog. I was joking with him. Okay. There you go. There you go, baby. Hey, some. You ever talk trash to your cars when you're working on them? You talk to them like they're a girl or something. It's only 2-track. Wow, I can only imagine. Man, you going reel to reel, man. Is it analog or digital? It's probably analog if it's 2 tracks. That's a stereo. Man, that's got to be fun. Where'd you find that? You ever think like talking smooth to a car will help make the repairs go a little better? Oh man, Jesus man.
Make sure they're in properly. Now that they're in, you'll see this kind of slide over to here. Make sure if you took any of the other ones out, that they're all connected.
See, I'm mad this is so
now
short.
You see these are sitting flat. This is going to be the last one, but we're going to put these two in first because that one's going to have the shroud around it. So we're going to go ahead and put these two here that are also going to be the silver.
Silver. Okay. So these two. Silver. Okay. Oh, not bad, man. That's cool. And it still works? Are you able to find blank tapes for that? You gonna start splicing tapes, man? Like they did for the Michael Jackson back in the day. And we gotta splice the tape. We got the blade has a lot of power, and slice that tape. Get in there. There we go. That's cool. I don't like the mixing. We need to cut the tape again. Tape. Record the whole thing. Oh wow. Hey, congrats to that find though. I will probably do the same thing. If I had the cash sitting aside to get it, I probably did that too. Once I turn this thing on, it's gonna go Sega. Lightweight. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Nah, I ain't got the money, man. This is one of those times where it's okay to be by yourself. Cause yeah. Let me put it this way, I'll be a real talk. I'm trying to like buy a car this year, so I'm like really trying to hustle. Cause I like to buy a fresh new car.
Those two in there. We're gonna go on to the next.
Oh, he's right. That is for the shroud. Shroud my foot. Okay. This is ridiculous. This short cable is ridiculous.
Right. Now that we have everything here and everything's in the way we need it to be, this one's going to be empty because remember, we're going to put this here back.
Come on. Let's go. This don't make no sense. Why do they do this? 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 Vintage King. Okay, I need to look him up. Why do you do this though? Really? Why they do this? Why they do this? I'm sorry. Let me get a little angle here going to upset me. You right. You guessed it. You right. I don't even, where did I put the shroud? Oh, it's by my foot. Okay. You guessed it. Okay. Shroud goes there. Screw goes there. Rests above that ribbon there.
Or the top.
Rain protection, yeah.
Have that coming through here. And then this is just going to go just like that.
Okay.
So
that don't make no sense.
Push this through here and put our last.
That don't make no sense, man. All right. Cool. No, actually, I want to get a RAV4, to be honest with you.
Silver screw in here.
Would you guys like to watch a car tour if I actually do get a RAV4? Yeah, I got you some. I know, but that's like a little flimsy little thing.
It's going to push itself back down once you put the bottom plate back on. Now, one of our steps first, we're going to take the little antenna. This thing can kind of be a little bit of a pain to get up underneath.
I got the antenna in there. That's tight.
Peg that it goes on. All it does is push onto that peg. So it takes a little bit of patience.
Yeah, that's on there.
Steadier hands than the coffee I've had today. But once you get it.
Like I'm really trying to, I'm going to do when I get that RAV4, I'm going to put it on Turo. I seriously am. So if y'all want to rent a Turo, holla at your boy. Rent a RAV4.
Underneath where we took it out, which will be the first one.
That's tight. That's in there.
It's going to go into here, and then this one into here. Keep in mind, these are going to be the hardest too, but we want to be really careful with this one when we put it in. Just remember, that one is the power from the battery. So advising to do, you're pushing it back in, make sure you're not trying to push the top in and push that up at the same time. Those wires, and put our casing back on. Remember, there's only one little thing that has to go on with the casing, which is going to be this piece right here. That's going to slide into here.
Okay, so now we got the bottom of the casing. This is a slow process, so you understand why I'm not just like, no, you have to really like pay attention. So this is full solid metal. It's definitely seen some battlefields. I can tell it's seen some other things too, but I'm not going to get into that. Okay. So first, I got to get this ground plug back where it belongs. So that's going to be a little tricky, but okay. Yeah, that's going to be a little tricky. I hate that. I'm going to get it. That's the grounding wire for the RCA. Yeah, I mean, you could paint it, but you have to relabel it if you wanted to. Let me see how he does it. I got to make sure that delicate wire doesn't get pinched by this surface over here. So let me just look at that real quick, see how he does it.
Go ahead, push this up.
And I want to lose my slack with this wire here, because that's a dang on shame why they did that like that. That's that. Okay. Ooh, that thing looks sexy. Ooh, it look like I make. Oh boy, don't light up yet. You're gonna spoil it for everybody. Ooh. I've grazed the power button, so there we go. All right, so I got a little bit more slack here. A little bit more slack here. Okay, now what we're talking about now.
Make sure that this is out of the way here.
Oh, I know. So something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
There we go.
Don't turn on. Golly, seriously.
And then we're going to put the screws all in just like we did before.
Turn off.
These nuts go all around here.
Jesus. All right. So it's a little finicky, so I just want to be delicate with this and not just jump to conclusions and say, oh, yeah. But see, what my concern is grounding wire. I just don't want that to get bunched up against the metallic frame. That's kind of important there. And see, this side right here is not going flush in, so I have to make sure that. There we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you need to do the same thing over here too. See that? So y'all both got to be. Oh gosh, come on. I don't. Man, that thing is. Ooh, y'all see it. I didn't want to spoil it, but y'all see it. So this whole panel has to get flush on both sides. So, but I don't want to force it because I could damage something. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to force it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Little jack stand right there. Hey. Okay.
On these, there's going to be one screw that goes in here, a black one. That's just going to be the normal size black one.
The black one. Wait. What black one? Really? Hold on. I guess so. Let me check my egg maker. There is one black single screw right here. So, I'm glad you're rolling me on this one. Mm-hmm. Let's put this up on jack stands. Where's my other stand? My other stand is gone. Whew. I am thirsty. I thirst. Okay.
Here, remember here and here where you'll see the insets? These are going to be the ones.
Torques.
The Torques. So we're going to go ahead and get those in. The smallest ones that are black, they're going to go in here to secure that. Drive there. And then
So let me hit the Torques then. All right. So. Jesus' name. Mm-hmm. You might be sweating. What? Don't sweat bullets. We got this. We're like in like the fourth quarter. Man, they do that. They answer. They start. I mean, if someone asked me something. Hey, how would you think about? Well, I think. Well, I think that. Okay. Sometimes silence is golden. If you can time your silence with your talking, ooh wee. But you gotta be able to read. You gotta read the situation. Okay.
the ones that have the higher amount of threads on them, that are a little smaller on the top, these ones are going to go here, 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 and here.
Here, 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 here. Okay. Okay, let me get my other bit out. Another, sorry, probably my head got a shot. Okay, another important thing is to sort of take inventory. Like I can see that the shroud is in the way here. I'm going to try and just push through it. Shorter with the I'm gonna follow instructions and not use my electric. I'm gonna follow instructions and not use my electric. Ooh wee! Hope y'all doing good. Oh, don't pop out, don't you? Ooh God, that screw would have been gone. That screw would have been gone. That screw would have been gone. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Online. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Online. I've been waiting for this moment. Online. See, I don't like how that shroud is covering that, but guess what? I'm going to try and push through it and see what happens. It may just magically get out the way. Nope, it don't want to get out the way. That's upsetting. I don't want to go backwards. God dang it. Come on now. So this shroud is covering this bolt. Let's just see what happens if I do a little trick. Yeah, I cut through it. I know you're not happy about it, but you're going to have to work with me on this. Yeah, I had to bore through that. Well, that shroud's just a plastic piece, right? So it's there, but it's not a very highly engineered part. If you ever seen a street mechanic, sometimes they will engineer through something to make it work. Unless I didn't strip this bolt, which is a good chance. And this is plastic too, so yeah, it's totally the off and off button. I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to fight it. Let's get back to that one. I'm not going to
So we're
fight
gonna
it.
go ahead and put those all back in, put our back plate back on, and then we'll be finished. All right.
What else? Okay. I'm going to put these in, then we're going to come back. I'm not going to fight it. Because we basically got this on. I got to still work on the back panel. Yeah, you're right. I'm probably not going to fight it, though. So, no, this wouldn't be a flawless victory, but I don't think I'm gonna cry about it tonight. I don't think either any of you would. But I do want that in there. And I had it going in. I took it out just to make sure. I did have it going in, and it was biting. But I just had to be perfect. Stop playing with me, man. What you doing? Get in there. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's and then you also understand we're dealing with plastic too, so I could have easily stripped that. Right. Two knocks at the door, my baby. And there, baby. I think I done stripped my screw. Knock in the door, my baby. Baby. Tonight I'm gonna switch a room. I think I stripped my MPC screw. Two knocks at the door, my baby. There we go. Yeah, she biting that one. Okay, we got it. 100%. Switcheroo. I don't know. We're ready for R. Kelly's at like these live events. I've been wanting to sing R. Kelly, but I don't think we're ready for that. I don't think we're ready for that conversation. Two knocks at the door, my baby. I'm gonna switch these two screws around. So here's a detail. Okay, so this one is not matching the other ones. This is the only one like it. So this one's gonna come out and go back here, and then this one's gonna come back and go back over there because this is not playing nice. So I'm gonna do a switcheroo. I think I done stripped my screw. I'm glad you feel better. Yeah, that looks like it. That's better. I was wondering why I wasn't buying it properly. Switcheroo. I done doggone stripped my screw. My baby. Poor cows, man. It's a. Oh man. It's like they killed R&B. Hey, what's up, Crank the Crowd going? I like that Nehemiah. It's like when they put Kells away, then they put R&B away. And they won't even talk about them in like TV. Buddies calling. But I would do an R. Kelly review show. But I don't know. 12 screw plate, right? Yeah, it's you know, that music is all right. So now I got to put these two volume controls on here and these big things here. So we're just gonna put those on, get them finger tight. And I think we're in the home stretch. We're like we're like on the end zone now. I heard he was singing in prison. Dang, can they just give him a studio? Oh, you're doing voice to text? Oh, aren't you fancy? So I'm using the same technique, doing that zigzag thing. Yeah, there we go. Switcheroo, strip the screw. Boy, they was going crazy at them live shows. Oh my god. Ooh 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 ah ah ah. Ah ah ah. Something, babe. Yeah, I saw some clips of Jaheim. What I don't know what's going on with his hair. I'm afraid to look. We just do not let people age gracefully. Ooh 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 ah ah ah. What? Oh come on. What you mean you ain't going on there? What you mean you ain't going on there? Come on now. What you mean you're not going on there? Okay. So, oh, I'm putting it on there wrong. Dang, come on. Talk to me. There we go. Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah. Yeah, but, well, okay. Before we are done, we have to restore the hard drive back. Crank, man. I'm glad you're doing. I hope you're doing all right, man. Glad to see you here, man. Oh, remember when I came to Detroit, man, and jammed at the open mic, ended up singing and stuff and playing keyboards at your show. Remember that? That was like the first time we met in person, man. I was just hitting the streets in New York. New York. I was just hitting the streets of Detroit, getting into trouble. Ooh 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 ah ah ah. What? I was in the Detroit getting into trouble just being an R&B cat. You know I'm free on a parole. Just got my papers, honey. I'm really home. So what's going on, sugar? How is your life, babe? Feels so good to be back. You're still fine as the day we met. Oh, I heard you had babies, that's cool. Do they play at the park where we used to make love after dark, baby? That's 1997. Is the love still good? Still good, babe. Still good, babe. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all don't know about Chico the Bars. A lot of people don't. We don't put that woman first, right? Ooh, baby. Boom. Now here we go again. Boom. Me and my lonesome and friend. I should tell your mama on ya for smoking on that granddaddy. You make me happy. Y'all remember Red Without the Machine? Y'all know who that is? Okay. All right. We're gonna power this thing on. We're gonna power this thing on in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that's bright. What have I done? What have I done? Ooh wee. What have I done? What have I done? Let's turn the lights out. Okay, okay, golly, what's going on here? Why is that staying lit like that? Okay. See, that's always something. See, that one's staying lit. That's okay. I'm not gonna. Okay. I may have to do this again because this one's staying like right there. Everything else is cool. Yeah. Always something. Well, thank you. I'll tell you one thing though. I mean, I'm not gonna redo this tonight. I'm not redoing this tonight. I like how that looked though. See, if I pull this pad up, dang. See, this is how they should have did this though. Yeah, this one's giving me a little bit of trouble, but that's okay. I'm not gonna trip. This thing been in like 2018. So this one's stuck, so we're gonna power off, power that call. It's a cool look though. The right, it might be too tight. Okay. I see what you're saying though. Dang. It's dope though, I tell you that much. Dang, man. That's gonna take a lot of work to get that out. But I understand what you're saying. It's kinda touchy. Yeah, I'll be much faster. Yeah. What kind of colors are on here? Let me see if I can change the color. Because I ain't going to have time to do this tonight. No, I think something's just not seating properly here. Because I can twist it and loosen it. And then it's like, okay. Yeah. The pads feel much more impactful. They feel good. They feel like they just kind of in your face. See, this one kind of sticking now too. See that? Yeah. Where's the pad color section at? I thought there was a pad color. I don't even know where that's at. I don't even remember where that setting's at. They feel pretty cool. I mean, they got a nice look. So, see that? Look at that. When I go here, nothing. But then here, see that? That's going to be a problem for live shows, but that's okay. The pads feel cool though. I ain't gonna front you. Dang, I done forgot how to change the color of the pads, and I don't even see it on here. See, these are coming in now too. So I think they work. I think that probably I just need to maybe just kind of reseat everything again. But for the most part, I mean, they doing what they supposed to do. Just reseat it because these. See, that's not. That shouldn't respond to that. Wow, look how bright that is. Yeah. I'm trying to find other colors. I just want to see what the other colors look like, but I didn't forgot how to change the doggone colors. And using Bluetooth audio. Hardware. Many things. I know it's somewhere around here. I just don't know where it's at. But I mean, look at this. When I hold it like this, it like kind of. See, now that one's sticking too. So it may just need to be a little looser, especially up here in this area. Yeah. Pad color. Ooh. That's a nice color. I like how rich the colors are. Pad color. Blue. Give me blue. Red. White. Brown. Orange. Yellow. Pink. Purple. Violet. Ooh, a little minty green there. Okay. I like the green. You know, that's my favorite. Rose. Red, blue, sky blue. Ooh, look at that. Mmm. Yeah. So that's good. So we're making progress, but I do need to have this ready for a show. So I pray that I don't have a problem here. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I don't know what to say, but hey, I'm pretty excited what we got. I'm pretty excited what we got. Um, dang, I'm not worried. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I think this is a cool install. I probably will go back in and undo everything, kind of just ease up on my hand tightness on stuff, and I think it'll be fine. I think we'll be good. All right. So, see you on the next one. Get some rest and have a good night. Be out.